Track flipped. Hacks in. Better be go. Red or blue.
When we watch movies or series, most of us are willing to suspend a lot of disbelief. We can watch dinosaurs, we can watch alien invasions, or one guy killing hundreds of opponents. And we wouldn't bat an eyelid, right? It's a fantasy, it's entertainment.
I don't know, man. You've been seeming sus lately.
That's why we love it. But there are things we can't defend when we see them on the screen. They would never happen.
That's not how it works. Forget how it works.
So in this video, we'll look at the most annoying movie tropes, which are ideas, patterns, scenes that we see over and over and over and over again. So in movies, cars tend to explode all the time, especially when they're shot at. But if we really want a car to blow up or even catch fire, we need heat, fuel and oxygen. The fuel tank doesn't have much oxygen, which prevents that. So if you shoot at the tank, make a hole and let the oxygen in, yeah, that could help. But it wouldn't be an immediate explosion. Also, in some cases, incendiary bullets could cause an explosion when aimed at the tank, but this is like military-grade ammo, not really available to bad guys from movies. Although shooting at a fuel tank is still dangerous, modern cars have safety features to prevent leaks, fires and explosions. But that wouldn't make for interesting cinema. And this was also disproven in Mythbusters. They eventually got it to work, but with a minigun. Which means that Fast and Furious is actually quite accurate. Almost like a documentary. So in most movies or series, a shot anywhere other than a head is a minor injury.
'Tis but a scratch.
It hurts, but only for a little bit. We can brush it off and we'll continue on our adventures. Now, unfortunately, in real life, this is not true. Legs, shoulders, our whole body has critical nerves, blood vessels and organs, and getting shot there has the potential to be fatal due to damage or blood loss. I guess this trope is quite dangerous because it can make people believe that getting shot will most likely be fine, which is not the case, right? So the best bet is not to get shot at all. So in a film, if I'm on a stealth mission, I need a silencer. And these gunfire suppressors will make the shots inaudible with just a soft sound, like this one. In reality, that's not the case. Real silencers, yeah, they muffle the gun a little bit, but far from the near silence that we see and do not hear on screens. But in this last clip, the guy on the video is using a different bullet and the subsonic are actually quite muffled, similar to movies like John Wick, so I guess it could work. But if we want to muffle our shots, we probably need specially modified weapons rather than an add-on.
Hooray for the sounds of fucking silence.
So in lots of action movies or video games, if the hero wants to open the door, they just shoot at the lock or a padlock and voila, it's done. The door's open. It's a trope that has been debunked many times on YouTube. You can watch the popular video from DemolitionRanch where he uses different guns to open a padlock, and it's not easy unless you have a sniper rifle on you. And now I know why bike thieves here in the UK use a wire cutter on the lock rather than a shotgun like in Terminator. It's much more efficient.
Great Caesar's ghost, look at this place.
So one of the most unrealistic tropes in movies and series is that the main character lives in a spacious apartments in the center of the cities, often having part-time jobs and chilling in coffee shops or bars. And even with good jobs, I think it's a stretch. Like, no one can afford these places, not in today's economy.
That's it. This is the whole thing. $2,500.
in movies is another eye-rolling movie moment. Usually multiple people are looking at the screen with one hacker typing furiously. Access is denied, but then someone shouts, "Get rid of the firewall," and it works at the last attempt.
Where'd it go?
This is bad. It's pretty bad. And apparently, I haven't checked, so you can correct me in the comments, but apparently hacking in Mr. Robot were done pretty accurately. And it looked real to me.
Step 1. Identify the target and its flaws. There are always flaws. I learned that early in life.
And if that's the case, it makes one of my favorite series even better. So there's a term, mook chivalry, and it describes the enemies or mooks and their code of fighting the hero.
Look, this is how it goes. You attack me one at a time, and I knock you out with a single punch.
So they'll attack slowly, in a predictable style, usually one at a time. They don't take cover, they never interrupt the main character, and they shout when rushing forward. Even our favorite John Wick does that, at least in style. Why this trope? Well, it makes the fights more interesting and easier for the viewer and allows for some cool choreography. That's not what real fights look like, though.
I'm gonna make it rain.
No. Hey, no! No, 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 no!
So I'm sure you can recall a scene from a movie where a character puts a fire into an alarm, activating the sprinkles, the sprinkle system, and then suddenly water is pouring down at the office workers. They rush through the door. What's wrong with it? Well, the water is clean and clear. I never thought about it, but then I read this comment. I always like to tell this story. A sprinkler right above a coworker failed, and it shot water down all over him and his desk. It was the nastiest, brown, rusty, disgusting water that was sitting in those pipes for years and years. Waking up in movies, or so-called wake-up makeup trope, is self-descriptive. The hair is perfect, the makeup is already on, no one needs to brush teeth, and a morning kiss is non-negotiable. Sometimes even the bed is already made up, and it's only messy when it's a part of the plot.
It's cold out there. It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
It's another unrealistic expectation that movies promote to make us feel bad. When you shoot a gun in a car or a small room, more than likely you'll go dead. Guns are very loud, and in small spaces the sound wave reflections of the walls amplify the sound. Apparently, Linda Hamilton actually got hearing damage because she forgot to put her earplugs back in after a break during the hospital elevator scene in Terminator 2. So even fake guns can be loud. So why the tropes? I mean, if we all know them, surely the filmmakers know them too. They do, but they often use them as shortcuts, plot devices and tools to make the story forward without overcomplicating it. And look, some of them absolutely work. I think John Wick is full of classic tropes, yet I love the film, but it still takes a lot of skill to use these solutions well. More than likely though, it's just, shit writing. Like and subscribe, and if you want, I can find some more tropes.
A minute ago you said blue.
Did I say blue?
Riggs, you said blue.
Oh, I meant red.
Get back! Take back!